Greetings, lords and ladies, and welcome to the Westeros vibe, where the blue bard turned red, but not before he turned yellow. Before we start, I would like to remind you that links to every article or video covered this week can be found in the video description below. Also in the description you will find timestamps so that you can choose which stories you will want to view. The first story of the week is Game of Thrones Season 6 leaks continue. Is winter coming for the wall? The story itself contains a lot of spoilers, however we are not going to touch them, because they have been mentioned on this show before in previous episodes. What is new is tweet exchange, in which Irish Thrones hints at death scenes being filmed in Ireland, the setting for the Riverlands. We don't know who will die, but it's a given that casualties will exist. Moving on to George R. Martin wants Lady Stoneheart on Game of Thrones. George was invited to the Medill School of Journalism, where he received an alumni award alongside the question about what character would he want on the show. He replied with, Lady Stoneheart was a major storyline in the books. Will this finally assuage the showrunners to get her in on the action? Probably not. However, there is still hope, as I discussed in past episodes. In other news, Game of Thrones Season 6. Still time to audition for roles as two new noblemen with northern accents. Spoilers abound, so beware. Scenes involving two northern characters will be shot in December, for which the casting process hasn't ended. The first character is described as a callow young nobleman in his 20s who has been thrust into a position of power before he is ready, and is referred to as Boyce. Some speculate that it could be the new Lord Serwyn, the heir of the one who killed that last season by Ramsay. The second role will have a stirring speech through which he shifts loyalties suddenly, and is described as having distinctive rugged features and a distinguished air. Some speculate that this is Lord Manderley, and it may be true if they cut out the size of him from the books. Next up we have these 5 bizarre Game of Thrones theories prove fans are desperate for a new book. Even though it isn't actually news, it's a fun little item which can fill up a pretty slow news week. These theories are: Roose Bolton is an eternal skin changer. This theory states that Roose is an immortal human-other hybrid who changes skins from generation to generation, taking new identities as the next Lord of the Dreadfort, and that he plans to skin Ramsay and become him for the next decades. The Lannister kitten Sir Pounce is Azor Ahai. This is more of a comedy theory, as people attempted to associate the recognizing signs of Azor Ahai to Tommen's kitten and found that a couple of them could fit. It is of course nonsense, but it's fun nonsense. The High Septon is actually Howland Reed. The idea is that Howland, knowing Jon's parentage, takes the identity of a wandering Septon to build up a reputation and then become High Septon to overthrow the Lannisters and reveal it. I should mention that these 3 theories have been covered by the YouTuber AltShiftX. Ned is alive and warged into his sword, and now his soul resides in 2 swords. Neat. Tyrion is the son of Daenerys and Drogo. The details are funny and disturbing. Link to all these can be found down below. Moving on, we have Ian McShane drops hint about his Game of Thrones role. Potential spoilers ahead, so watch yourselves. In a recent interview, he said the following: I am responsible for bringing somebody back that you think you're never going to see again. I'll leave it at that. Some people took this to mean that he would bring back somebody from the dead. However, the more likely option is bringing back a character thought of as dead. The most likely option is him playing Septa Merrybold, who will save Sandor Clegane's life. Moving on to the lands of YouTube, we have a couple of videos to touch upon this week. Emergency Awesome has released a video talking about his predictions for Season 6 pertaining to the White Walkers. Preston Jacobs has put out his first video discussing the Thousand World universe, covering the short story The Hero. That is the news for the week ending on November 15th. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like, share, comment and subscribe. And stay tuned. Goodbye everyone.